It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Seahawks and the Lions under the lights on Monday night.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake.
The punter, Jack Fox, has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Smith. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And out come the Lions for their first drive behind their 9th-year quarterback in year number 4 with Detroit. It's Jared Goff.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. The numbers for Gibbs from last week: 20 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Oh, what a move. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
Devin Witherspoon takes him down defensively. The Lions at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. To throw is Goff. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Donovan Peoples-Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
Outright to Smith-Njigba. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
We'll get that to Charbonnet. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They'll toss this out right to Walker. He'll take it inside the 25. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 17 carries, 68 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
From the gun, here's Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. McGough and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
To the air again, Goff. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun, here's Goff. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. Gibbs straight ahead. Oh, look at the juke. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams from 19 yards away. And the Lions have taken the lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Throwing now is Geno. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushes in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Gone. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Walker with another carry. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. To throw is Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That one goes for 24 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Smith to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Geno now to throw. He completes this to Walker. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Smith now to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Myers' kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Here's Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Goff. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Goff now to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And that's going to be incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Drake London, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Jamison Crowder, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now gone. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A yard all they need, but it's third down. Goff now looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Stopped short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now it's Goff. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And fights through one man. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back to Walker on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Off of play action, here's Smith. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down at a yard. They'll try the air now with Smith. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got to bracket it out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. Now Gino. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Time for another look at this Lions offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Here's Goff.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams
with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Smith.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll fake it. Now Smith.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
70 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, here's Smith. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Another shot now for this Lions offense. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Back to throw, Goff.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Sam Laporta,
His second touchdown of the night.
and the Lions have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Outright to Smith and Jigba.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Smith.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now Smith.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Back to throw, Smith.
He completes this to Walker.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. Again, Smith. Forced out to his left.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. Throwing now is Geno.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Walker with a grab, left side. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time they face a third and
the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Aleem McNeil in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go on fourth. Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
Shreds the tackle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Another run for Gibbs here.
Fights loose. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
94 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Lions, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll sink now to 0-4, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.